Radio Free Tatooine presents Galactic War Report, a Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes podcast.
Boshuda, fellow Holotable hustlers, you're tuned in to Galactic War Report, a Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes podcast that's better than some and worse than others. I'm Sean, a.k.a. The Other Sean, and sitting across the holotable from me is John, a.k.a. The Uncanny Mr. H.
Yeah, we have been inspired by our appearance last week. This will be a jumbo-sized 4-hour episode.
Yeah. No, quite the opposite. We're doing a little teeny show because you guys are sick of us talking. We did our quota, plus probably our web server won't allow too big of a file this week after last week's upload. You know, last week we were on the Shattered Order podcast, and we posted that in its entirety.
In penance for our sins of losing territory war.
It was dirty, yeah. That almost didn't happen because it was late at night when they sent me the audio file, and it was only like half the episode.
I remember reading about that on Discord.
Very late, and I was like, I almost just went to bed. Just, you know what? I'll just post a link to their show in the morning. But no, we got that sorted out. That was a big episode. They do longer shows than ours, and we're going back down to our little teeny sample size show.
It's Galaxy of Heroes amuse-bouche.
Yes, as opposed to the that big chonky show. It was a hefty boy. Yeah. So it just kind of works out pretty well too, because we had a pretty light week this week in game.
They're giving the Galactic Legends room to breathe. You know, they're letting the bouquet really develop.
Yeah, and we'll talk about that bouquet a little bit tonight too. I do have a little bit to go over before we get into game stuff. First, let's talk about this network feed that we've been bashing for the last couple of months. That we have if you're new to the program, you may be a Shattered Order new subscriber here that we've convinced that we're worth listening to too. I don't know why, but
somehow
next week is going to be the final episode of Galactic War Report on the network feed.
Should have paused just to.
I know. I thought as I was saying the sentence, I was like, I got to string this all together so it's not taken out of context. So we have a Galactic War Report feed. If in your podcast app it says Galactic War Report and it's a big goofy picture of us lightsabering through space, you're all set. You're good.
What are we standing on anyway? I mean,
just hopes. And CG Leia turns around. Hope. We are discontinuing the other feed, which is the Radio Free Tatooine network feed. It contained new episodes of this show and nothing else for the last couple years.
Yeah,
I think it's what we used to do. This show and Radio Free Tatooine and Wraith Squadron and Legion Outriders. We used to have a whole bunch of shows that we put out that, you know, we don't anymore. So, we're not going to keep doing two feeds for one show. It just seems silly. So, if you are subscribed to the other one, where the art is 4 different pictures. It's like us, a Radio Free Tatooine logo, a Skype call with my sister, I think. It's something. That's going away. So just make sure you're subscribed to the right one. Additionally, we are going to be appearing on the Escape Pod. cast.
I begged you not to. I begged you.
We're going to be appearing on the Escape podcast this week. As this launches, we release Friday mornings. They release Friday nights. So the night that this launches is the 16th. So that night, you can go to twitch.tv/Escape Podcast, and their shows start at 8:30
Eastern.
They have a couple-hour show, and we're like the second act, I guess. Interview section starts 9:30-ish. So
I mean, we're in your podcasts. We're in your Shattered Orders. We're on your used tubes. We're on your Twitches.
Yeah.
You cannot escape us.
We were on
now.
the websites as well.
We were on the websites.
Yeah. We're out. We're putting ourselves out there, John.
We have picked up at least 4 new subscribers.
We're on LinkedIn.
Are we?
Kind of. Yeah, we are.
Really?
Yeah. Just
I gotta add that.
I needed to add it to my resume that I'm part of a podcast network.
You gotta pad that.
So yeah, the entity of Radio Free Tattooing exists out there.
We're a couple of guys with facial hair that's just assumed that we've had a podcast.
Yeah, you guys. Unfinished basement walls behind me in my picture. They're like, this guy. Yeah, for sure.
That one? Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the show for tonight. And
almost.
Now, before we get into the rest of it, let's take a look at upcoming in-game events courtesy of swgohevents.com. For a list of past, present, and future events in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, there's no better resource on the web than swgohevents.com. Decent week. We're still, keep in mind, going through a Grand Arena Championship as well as a territory battle. Light side, the misery beast, as I like to think of it. That's a couple days from concluding. But Friday the 16th, we've got a new Galactic Challenge, Camino: Jedi. So I'm bad at remembering what these are, and I tried to look it up. And it looks like the last time Camino was not Jedi were on neither side of the field.
Well, if you remember that the location is only one of the variables, so
I just
we know that.
Don't know who we're using. I think Jedi means that is who you fight against. Who we're using, I don't know.
Science hasn't cracked it. Is it in game? And we can just look in game.
I know it's. I didn't see it on the description in game. I did a little bit of work on this.
It says bonuses for Empire, so I have to assume we can use it.
Bummer. I only say that because my Empire's, not the best. So
I mean, mine's pretty good, but
we've got Camino that starts today. Also today we got Ground War. Now that's a little more my speed right there. Smuggler's Run hits on the 17th. On the 18th, we've got an Omega battle on Bespin. 19th, we have Training Droid Smuggling. That's the big
crucial
one. That's the official event of Galactic War Report, I feel.
It exists. We don't know why.
Admiral's Maneuver also, which I'm getting close to finishing that. That's only a couple events away, probably like 3 or 4, I think.
Wow.
Then I could be wildly off, but I think that's true. Yeah. Also on the 19th, Grand Arena Season 11 Week 4 starts. So don't forget to join that. On the 20th, we have Forest Moon and another territory war. Number 143. And then on the 22nd, we have an Omega battle on Coruscant.
Mm-hmm.
So bring your relic, Coruscant Underworld Police. Take care of some fools.
I tell you what, man, I might sprint to do that after I get the Sith Eternal Emperor.
You got to make a bad decision after you make such a good one. You know,
I was on the cusp of getting my Gar Saxon and Imperial Super Commander to 13 when they released the requirements. So instead of going back to that,
pull the parking brake. Yeah,
I might just go ahead and pull the trigger on Cup and call it a day. Pack it in. Get that stun boy up and running.
Yeah. We had a little quest for Cup going here for a while. We had some listeners send pictures of their Gear 12 Cups back when that was the max.
Okay.
And that was fun. It was really fun to know that other people out there enjoy parts of the game that we enjoy in the same bad ways that we enjoy them. So.
I have a problem where it's not just this game that I play poorly. I have a tendency in every game to play games in a subpar manner. And I know that they're not right.
Yeah.
But that's how I want to do it.
Yeah.
And I haven't figured out why. Science has not cracked that case yet.
There's a game for you out there somewhere. It's like Hello Kitty Roller Rescue or something. But there's a game for you out there that if you play it your way, you'll be great at it.
No, that's the problem. I still enjoy doing it poorly. So I'm not mad about it. I wish they would work differently.
Yeah.
But alas, I want to make bad things good.
Yeah. Which explains your almost obsession with Gar Saxon.
I mean, it's a bit of a bit at this point, but yes.
Yeah. It is a little. Okay, so what happened this week? What do we have? What's the meat on these bones? These 25-cent wings. Where is it? It's all batter, baby. It's all batter.
Mostly. Yeah. I mean, we found out that they aren't supporting anything less than iOS 11.
Yeah, which is... as I added that to the notes, I was like, "Whoa, that's an interesting section to talk about." But it kind of is. So it used to support, yeah. They used to support iOS 10. That, as of October 27th, is going away. So you'll need iOS 11, which means no longer supported on iPhone 5 and 5C and fourth generation iPads, which, okay, sure, not that much in and of itself. I don't know a whole lot of people who play mobile games who use iPhone 5s, but we were talking about it before the show, and I wonder if that may have something to do with the reason that you couldn't link a Facebook account to the game. That was. I
mean, they had said it was allegedly an Apple problem.
Yeah. So now I just happened to notice that you can link those again. So you can. That's a good thing because that allows you to play on both Android and iOS with the same account. So if you have a tablet that's one and a phone that's the other, or you switch types of devices, you can keep your account. There was actually also a sign-in option to sign in with your Apple ID to connect that way. So that was interesting. I haven't done it, but I linked it to my Facebook account like 4 years ago or something.
It's probably one of those things like link it to Facebook and get 100 crystals.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, it may have been 100 ally points or something. At that point, I would have been awesome. Take it, suckers.
That's half a bronzium.
Right. Man, how many ally points are you up to?
I burned through them recently.
Did you really?
For shard currency. I think I'm back already up to like 40,000, but I had like 720,000. That's
shockingly close to where I am. And
I had about a month ago. I burned through them.
Just can't bring myself to tap tappity tap.
Well, I downloaded an automatic tapper.
Yeah. Well, there's your reason to link it to Google because there's no auto tap on iPhone.
It used to be that you had to root your phone to install them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because like the idea of you downloading a program that let it manipulate what you were doing as though you were doing it was bad.
I can see it.
But yeah, this is good. Basically, you just drag it on the screen and say, I want you to click here every, second.
Yeah.
It was worth it. It burned through. I mean, I've gotten not as much as I would think, but it's helped with some of the gear crunch.
Some shards, yeah. Sure. Yeah. Sure. So that's pretty exciting. And that's the show. No, close. Galactic Challenges. We mentioned there's one today on the 16th. That we have some insight into the cadence on those now. They're going to be a weekend thing, which is good in that you always have something to look forward to on the weekend. That's cool. I like that.
The weekends are known for being not great already.
Yeah.
Just, in my life, I think, oh man, the weekend, do I have to?
Right. But we were kind of hoping for a little more frequent. When they first came out and they were 7 days, that's ridiculous. Well, in a way, they're all 7 days now.
It's just you only have 2 days to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
So what's interesting, too, one, I think that, and I've mentioned this before, I'm sure, on the show, that I think that just like the Grand Arena, before the Grand Arena Championship, it was a proof of concept. They worked the bugs out before they launched the bigger thing. So I think this is working up to the same kind of event or mode.
Yeah.
And also, I just realized, too, as I was looking at this, in the last Galactic Challenge, they removed crystals from the rewards.
Did they?
Did you not notice that? It used to be you got I think 100 or 150 crystals.
Huh.
They were no longer in the rewards. So I'm curious if it's going to be for this one.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because they put the new slicing mats in there. Yep. That's right. I remember that now.
So I'm curious. It was nice to get that little bump,
Yeah. Hey, what did you slice?
Nothing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, because I couldn't do them.
Oh. I sliced a mod that, I don't know, maybe it's...
What was it, Resistance? Whatever it was. I had nothing.
Yeah, I think it was. I'm going to look up this mod, because I don't know. You guys tell me. Did I make a terrible mistake? We'll see. I'll tell you, it was from a defense set.
Okay, you're already a little bit in the weeds.
So, I'm waiting.
Read me a mod, Sean. Read me a mod.
It was on Chewbacca, and it was from the defense set. But the reason
it was a Tuesday, 3 p.m. The
reason I picked it was there were. Oh, great! I moved it. Where'd it go?
It's gone forever.
The game was just like, you know what? You're an idiot. We're just gonna sell this stupid mod.
Here's 50 credits.
Okay, who did that end up on? It should stick out like a sore thumb. It's the only green. Oh, it's on Jedi Knight Anakin now. Okay, so it's a defense mod.
Mm-hmm.
So 20% defense, right?
So wait, it's a defense mod in a defense set?
Well, yeah. I'm sorry. It's a defense set. It's the diamond that's always defense primary.
Right, but it's from the defense set too.
Yes, from the defense set. So the secondaries, though, were crit chance, which had hit twice.
Uh-huh.
1 offense percent.
Uh-huh.
4 speed. And 1 just straight offense.
See...
So all of those, I would mind none of those hitting, and crit chance hit again. So there's 3 crit chance, 1 offense percent, 1 straight offense number, and 4 speed.
I think you beefed it, Sean.
I don't know. I mean,
I think the idea is to
the
take
fact
a
that it's
good
defense
mod and make it great.
Yeah. Well, I mean, those secondaries though, the speed is 21. You know.
Oh, you got 4 extra speed.
No. Speed has hit 4 times, so there was a chance I was going to hit the 5th time on speed.
Okay.
Not 4 speed.
I thought you said you had 4 speed.
No, 4 hits on speed. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah.
So I mean, we've got 4.85% crit chance, 1.1% offense, 27 offense, and 21 speed.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I mean, all the secondaries are good. It's defense set, which isn't ideal, of course, but when you got 21 speed, like, okay.
That's good, but it's not amazing.
It's not part of a set anyways for him, so
yeah.
So that's what I spent mine on. But anyways, we were talking about galactic challenges. I just forgot to investigate, see if you got anything.
No, I didn't. I couldn't because it was tied to the resistance feats.
Mm-hmm. You should be good this time around, though.
Oh, I mean, I would hope.
With Empire, yeah.
But you never know. It could be, if it's just win with 5 Empire, then yeah, I'll be all right.
Mm-hmm.
If it's something wacky, then maybe not.
Yeah, that's fair. But they did mention also Doja Fett, right? He's the new community manager. Yeah.
I don't know.
I can't remember anyone's title. I'm so bad. Whenever Crumb's on the show, I'm like, welcome back to the program. Crumb,
Crumb.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so he said something.
Yeah, so he did mention that they do want it to be more frequent. And they're looking at ways to increase the frequency of these things. But it's at the end of the day,
they want to be more frequent, and they're begging the people responsible for it to do it, but it's falling on deaf ears.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
If only Capital Games could do something about Capital Games.
Exactly. It's because Doja Fett's hogging the laptop, right?
That's probably what it is.
I mean, no one else can really get in there and fix the darn thing. Because they're doing all this communication. No, I think it will be more frequent in the future. I don't know what, like you said, proof of concept like this. It's all new. And I mean, I get also the optics of you guys are going to have so much content you won't believe, you won't know what to do with it. And now they give us a little content and they scale it way back. I get that. It looks bad, sure, but it's...
The Galactic Legends are breathing.
Mm-hmm. And, yeah. And, I think it's a piece of a much larger puzzle is very much my hope. and really my belief. So that's it for Galactic Challenges right now. We've got Camino, yay, Empire. I guess my Empire's not terrible. I'll be okay through a few tiers, anyways.
I mean, you can't get this front game have that bad of an Empire, I don't think.
Right. I don't. What do I have? 2 relics for Empire?
Then again, I have garbage rebels and resistance, so I guess it's possible.
Yeah, I suppose so. It really, I'm trying to think of the required Empire of mine, and it ain't much. Yeah. The packs this week.
Yeah.
Those $5 packs,
not bad.
The $10 packs also not bad. I bought a few of them. And
I think I bought one of the $5 packs.
That value, like worst case scenario, you get 75 Kylo.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm fine with that.
I mean, just getting one full Kylo with 2, that'll shave a week off your grind.
Right. Yeah. So I bought a few of those, and they capped it at 5. So the absolute most you could spend on these is $75.
I thought the $10 one was limit 3.
Oh, it could be. I don't know. I only bought one $10 one, and I bought all 5 of the 5s. But
man,
so I got bored at work.
All right, whale Sean here.
Yeah. So
that's our budget for the quarter, Sean. You better scale back.
Just wait till you get to our Patreon section tonight. It's extensive. We're going to go on and on. No, those were a great value. Kylo, the gear is like stun guns and stun cuffs. That I want to see more of that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
My wife doesn't want me to see more of that kind of stuff because I will spend monies on it. But it's good. It's good value.
Yeah, I didn't spend my money on it.
No, I didn't either. But eventually I would have to, right?
Right. There's a functional limit.
Right. It's time for the Meta Report, the part of the show where we look at the trending characters and squads that top players are using to help you see where to put your resources for the best ROI. Data is pulled weekly from our friends over at swgoh.gg. John, what do you got for us this week?
Well, I'm going to blow your mind. And Rey and Supreme Leader Kylo Ren are the top two leaders on the board. I know. Rey does have an edge right now by a 7. Not 7%, 7 people.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 35% and 35 with Rey having a slight edge. Jedi Revan then at 12%. General Skywalker at 6, which is interesting. I haven't seen a General Skywalker in a minute.
I think it's a General Skywalker lead with, let me see. There's a couple different. There's one with Rey.
Yeah, I see it there.
Yeah.
Not very many of them, though. But I guess there's not a ton up here.
Yep, that's the exact comp Pico was talking about in our Discord today. Yeah.
Then Darth Revan at 3%, and then Jedi Master Luke Skywalker at 3%.
Mm-hmm.
And Darth Vader and Padme are at, you get into the also rans at that point.
Yeah.
As a note, Jedi Master Luke Skywalker is at 3%, like I said, and Sith Eternal Emperor is rocking it down with 0% with a meager 18 people catching first place.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's just based on how many have been unlocked versus how good it is, but
I'm curious. I feel like how many have been unlocked definitely has to play a role. It seems like more so this time. Last time it seemed a little more even. People going for Kylo versus going for Rey. It seemed like, just anecdotally, a lot of people went for Luke.
It's probably because as Jedi Master Luke from The Last Jedi, he was such a popular character in the fandom. Specific version of him, the people were just overwhelmed with.
No one disliked anything about that. Yeah.
No. Yeah. And I think that's really what people wanted to experience themselves.
Yeah. I think there may be something to the requirements also.
Oh, sure.
Being that
people are already going for Jedi Knight.
Yeah. I've said that Jedi Master Luke is overall much harder to get, starting from a point of 0. But, for people who have Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker, you got a lot of the stuff close, if not already done. So,
would you say most?
Not most.
I'd have to crunch the numbers, and I'm not going to.
Yeah.
Looking at the squads, though, the number 1 Rey team is Rey, Jedi Knight, or General Skywalker, Hermit Yoda, Jedi Knight Luke, and Jedi Revan. So that's the top of the top.
It's a nasty.
That's not what you're running at, is it?
No, I have not. Well, actually, now I'm running something weird. I haven't really worked Jedi Knight Luke in yet because he's still gear 12 for me. Mm-hmm. And that's just not going to get it done. I've only recently, in the last couple of days, put General Skywalker in and played around with a couple different comps there. I currently am trying the mirror match counter that has 3PO and Watt, as well as Rey, General Skywalker, and Hermit Yoda. So, yeah.
So not that one.
Yeah, no, not that one at all.
And then the two big Supreme Leader teams are the usual First Order, and just, Kylo Ren Unmasked, Supreme Leader, Sith Trooper Hux, and then either Trooper or, First Order Stormtrooper or Officer. And it still does my heart good to see Officer in the top 3 squads.
I never would have believed it a couple of years ago.
It makes me feel vindicated that the situation has changed entirely, but I still somehow was proven right. I'm trying to see if there's anything interesting here. I mean, you see a lot of just permutations of the same kind of characters.
You see Jedi Rey taking the lead. I'm sorry, Jedi Knight Revan taking the lead over Rey in that same team that we mentioned above. You see General Kenobi slotted into a lot of them, Watt on a couple.
This one I thought was interesting. The General Skywalker, Chewbacca, Fives, Rey, and Han. I kind of... It's such a hodgepodge that I like it.
That's something I can throw together, so I'm probably going to play around with it this weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, I got all the pieces. I might as well give it a shot.
Yeah. And the only thing I found really noteworthy was the Jedi Master Luke team that's right below that one. Just because I don't have any intention to go for him, so I was interested to see what people were putting together for a comp for him.
Yeah.
And it's Master Luke, General Skywalker, Hermit Yoda, Jedi Knight Luke, and Revan. So nothing really shocking there.
But that seems pretty dominant in the Jedi Master Luke field, in that 162 teams are that exactly out of 236 teams that took first place with a Jedi Master Luke lead. So it's a pretty sizable chunk of those teams are that exact team.
Yeah, there's a couple of handfuls of ones with Jedi Knight Luke in the lead and Jedi Master just kind of hanging out behind him down below, but there's not a ton of success that it looks like. So it's interesting. As far as characters go, I mean, there's not any surprises in here, really.
Yeah.
You got General Skywalker up top because he's on both his own team and Rey. So he's in 53% of teams. Jedi Knight Revan's in 48 for the same reason.
Role players.
Right. Well, yeah, and it's the same kind of thing where you shuffle the same characters around in the lead. So even if they're not always the lead, they're always around. You got Rey at 47, Jedi Knight Luke at 36, and then the first dark side character makes an appearance at Slicker at 36. I'm not seeing anything too shocking here.
Yeah. No, I think the shocking story is kind of been spoiled by looking at the squad meta. The only big surprise would be, to me, is the meteoric rise of Fives.
Well, the Fives
isn't even that
gas
high.
combo. Yeah, but the Fives in gas where
I suppose
he keeps bouncing around, and then gas will get up, sit down, get up, sit down. And then because gas has the 501st tag, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So if he gets killed, Fives will die instead. I mean, there's a good reason to just have the two of them in there.
I'm going to give a truncated fleet meta report. It's still the Negotiator.
I mean, no one's shocked by this.
Still it. No, Malevolence has 31%, Negotiator 65%, and there are other capital ships that exist.
Huge, if true.
Nothing has changed in there at all. So I've tried some new strategies, though. I didn't change up my team at all, but just swapping around ideas. I mean, running Negotiator, there's a lot to consider because you have the Valor. That the more Valor that shows up on your team, the faster your Negotiator is. So I've been experimenting with trying to play the Valor game a little more instead of just strategically eliminating ships on the other side. And honestly, I'm kind of torn. I've seen a lot of finesse videos that people have put together on like how to keep Valor up and outrun your opponent and all this stuff. And I personally am not having significant success doing that versus just shoot the weakest ship until it is dead.
That's the general strategy with ships, especially.
Yeah. I don't know.
Keep going pew pew until it stops moving.
Or a lot of times I'll just use the strategy of just open the match with like, look, Houndstooth's gonna haunt, and it's gonna haunt. Yeah. Halloween is
don't haunt.
getting to me. Houndstooth is going to taunt, and it's a really tanky ship. So I just accept that and beat the snot out of Houndstooth, and then I clean stuff up.
Yeah, I can't remember what ship it was I used to do that with. I think it was back during, when Biggs was just huge. Because that was the last time I tried with ships that hard. I've tried periodically, but same kind of thing. Like, I can't really get around the taunt mechanic of it, right? Mm-hmm. So just stop trying to like ding and dang things around it when you can, and just
they're going to heal up by the time you get back to them,
right? So just drop the hammer on the taunter.
Yeah. So that's been kind of fun for me to experiment with a little bit, but that's the meta really. Not a lot of movement yet. We'll see as more people are unlocking these Galactic Legends. I'm sure some of that's going to change, but I think a lot of it we've seen. I think what Luke's going to do. It's going to be interesting to see what Emperor does.
That actually that reminds me of something though.
What's that?
Who you grinding?
Oh my, yeah.
Tried to catch off guard with that one this week.
Yeah, that was a bit of a shocker. I've gone back to grinding Cara Dune.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've finished up a couple little things, and I had some free energy, so I spent it on her, and I was like, all right, I'll slot you back in.
That must be nice.
A free energy, free is not the right word, but I convinced myself to spend energy on something when I clearly need a ton of gear still. I'm certainly not doing any refreshes on her, just the standard. For gear, here's some fun stuff. So the Jedi Master Luke Skywalker requirements, I'm still working on those, and I'll get to them in a second. Yeah. But Watt, as I've been experimenting with him, Watt famously doesn't need to be high gear. Like,
no.
You just slap a Zeta on him and you get the one piece of tech and he'll die. Cool. Well, I'm putting the gear on him so I can maybe get that second piece of tech. And when you do get a second piece of tech, it feels great. But
that's true.
So I've been working on
when it happens.
I know. Me too. I'm like, really? Another turn? Huh. Okay. And then also working on Jango Fett.
Interesting.
I did this with the last Galactic Legend go around. I was not the first to unlock Rey. I was not the first to get her ultimate, but I got there, and I'm fine with that. With Luke, I'm not going to have him done anytime soon.
Yeah, sure.
So I've slotted Watt and Jango in to do a little bit. Jango, I want to get him to gear 12. That's what I'm shooting for here. And then I'll take him back out of my favorites. But he's 11, and I don't like that. So, whatever. Just a little thing that bugged me. I wanted to get him up to 12. Outside of that, what else? Relics, I am working on General Skywalker. Just got him to 3 right before to Relic level 3 right before we started recording. He's going to 7.
Oof.
And he's not a requirement for Jedi Luke, but the thing is, like, he's on the team, and relics matter a lot to that guy. You have to beef him up to make him work right. So, I'm using him on my Rey team. When I get Luke, I'll use him on that team. Like,
sure.
He's part of my long strategy for the game, for sure.
He's fam, if you will.
He is, definitely. What else are we on? Ships, just working on that Rebel Y-Wing. I'm at 32 out of 65. No, I didn't update that. 56 out of 65. That's a little more like it.
I'll say it's right down below.
Mm-hmm. My most recent Zeta was Django's lead, because I've been playing around with him as a leader in Grand Arena, and sure, all right. And now I'm going back to responsible Zeta stuff. I don't know who the next would be. If I had to guess, Mon Mothma's probably on my list as a maybe.
Yeah, see, that's another one that I was working on before the requirements dropped. Mm-hmm. And I really wish I was able to drop more energy towards that team, just because it's a great team.
Yeah, but it takes a lot. Yeah. Old Ben is another potential maybe. I don't have either of his Zetas, and they're both decent. Like, I'll probably use them. They're just not exciting.
Yeah, that's the worst. Like, it's a good Zeta, but
Now my grumpy old Luke progress here. I got Han Solo done. He's at Relic 6 now. I got R2 done. He's at Relic 7. So they join Hermit Yoda, Chewie, 3PO, and Jedi Training Rey as all set, done with them. Besides that, we've got Old Ben still at Gear 12. Mon Mothma's at 14 out of 65, I think. I might not have updated that. No, I think she's at like 30 out of 65. Backpack Chewie, this says 40, but I think he's around 55 out of 65. I didn't update those, apparently. Jedi Knight Luke, I got him to Gear 12. He's just kind of chilling, waiting for me to give him some more gear, but it's probably going to be a minute.
Yeah, you got Django.
Leia is
why
12.
Wouldn't you?
I know, right? Princess Leia's Gear 12, Wedge Gear 11. Biggs is 12.5. He's kind of close to 13, so he may actually be coming fairly soon. And Lando's still hanging out at the Relic 3 requirements for from Jedi Knight Luke. So I still got a lot ahead, for sure. But how close are you? Who are you grinding?
Well, I'm full steam ahead on Super Sheev. There's nothing in my sight except for the Sith Eternal Emperor. Because otherwise it will literally never happen. I started actually grinding shards on Admiral Piet, which I had not started doing yet. Mm-hmm. I'm not really doing a lot of refreshes on him yet because I'm almost done with gear on most of my characters. And then I can really throw my regular energy at him. And then it's just relics for everyone else. Mm-hmm. So he's at 24 out of 65. But I did also start grinding some more Chirotechs because he needs them starting at gear 10.
Yeah, that's...
So I got him to 11. I think he's at 11. I have to look. But yeah, he's coming along with how close he is to the next gear level. He's at 10. I am 15 Chirotechs away from gear 11 with him. Tarkin got him to 13. I think that actually happened last week. I don't remember. Thrawn, 13. Dooku's still sitting in Relic 4. Sidious is at 13. Darth Maul, I got to 13 this week, which was very happy about. Yeah. That's a haul for Maul and Marauder, considering how bad mine were. They weren't even finished on shards. Mm-hmm. So he's at 13, just waiting for relics. Marauder is about halfway to gear 13 from 12. So really, gear-wise, all I have left is Marauder and Piet. So once I get Marauder to gear 13, then it's just Piet. I can throw all my energy at refreshes on him. Mm-hmm. And then I'm just trying to get his gear in a good position at least. And then, of course, TIE Bomber I'm still working on. I'm 14 out of 85. So I only have to get it to 85. So that brings it to 6 stars, which will be good enough for the event. So I'm not in a huge hurry for that because I can just I do maybe one refresh some days. It's like 0 or 1 depending. Mm-hmm. And I get my 2 or 3 shards a day. And I think just slow rolling that as I go with everything else. It'll just be ready around the same time.
Yeah.
So right now it's just Marauder, Piet, and TIE Bomber. And then the rest is just I'm just stockpiling signal data. And I'm just going to go through, like, I'm probably going to do Dooku next because he's got to go from 4 to 6. That shouldn't be too bad. And then Tarkin to Relic 3. That's going to be easy.
Yeah.
Just to start. So this next week, I'm probably going to try and check those 2 off.
Yeah, you've still got a couple to take to 7.
Yeah, Sidious and Marauder. Marauder hurts. I know I've said it, but it hurts.
I mean, Sidious is kind of rough too, but
I don't mind it. At least he's a cool character.
Exactly. Yeah.
But we'll see. And the problem is too is I'm going to have to do the Sith Trooper, the old Sith Trooper, because I think he's going to be amazing on a Sith Eternal Emperor team.
He's good. He's just one of those kind of go-tos that...
Yeah, but mine is trash. Like, utter trash. Because it was only really useful with the Triumvirate, which I never did. How bad is mine? Well, mine's at least 7 stars. He's gear 8.
Oof,
so,
yeah.
But I do at least have the grind finished, right? Like he's done with shards. But that's a problem for future John.
Yes.
Present John has his laser focus. So I'm actually feeling pretty good. Like, I haven't checked a lot of things off this week. But I'm in a good position. I feel like I'm probably realistically about a month away. Just looking at it without spending money. Yeah, probably. And that's fine. I've been so poor crystal-wise. I've been down to 2 crystals sometimes.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. I'm back up to just a couple hundred, and I almost did a refresh tonight and thought, nope, I'm going into tomorrow with some crystals in the bank, finally.
Yeah, I usually have about 150 going into the next day lately. The problem was the last territory battle, we got 750 crystals for that. And it was right there. I can't remember who I was working on, but there was a 780 crystal option in the shop for a bunch of chirotech to finish up. I think it was Darth Maul. And I was like, do it. I have it at this exact moment. It's going to save me forever.
Yeah.
And I pulled the trigger on it because some of them you look at it like how many refreshes can I buy with that? It might not be as efficient necessarily, but it's going to save me a lot of time. Yeah. And also, I won't be sitting there getting mad at 1 or 2 hits out of 15.
Yes, exactly. It's guaranteed.
Yeah, so that's it. Like I said, I'm thinking probably. I hope Thanksgiving is I want to have a Super Sheep done in time to have some turkey.
Valentine's Day or something.
I mean, you're in good shape.
I mean,
your Mon Mothma is really what's going to slow you down, I think.
Yeah. Let me see.
Oh, and your backpack. Ooh.
Yeah,
he's got 2 characters too.
He's at 57 out of 65, so still bad. And she is, where's she at? 40. Yeah.
I mean, you're not in bad shape. You're just not in great shape.
I'm not I'm also not running to get there. I'm this is where I want to go. And like I said, I've already conceded that, I'm getting Jango to gear 12 because it's just something that's always bugged me. I've got a couple other things I've slotted in, and I recognize that that's slowing me down, but okay, cool.
My problem, I me, I would rather be Ender, but I can't. I know it just takes me too long if I start picking up side projects.
Yeah.
I even had Emperor Shuttle I was grinding and I did pretty good on, but I was I need the energy. I'll do you later.
Yeah.
That's also part of this mysterious Empire fleet that Pico is trying to incept me about. So I need to finish that at some point. But today's not that day.
Well, that is all we've got for you this week. It may not be the best advice, but at least We didn't recommend iOS 10.
Gotta get that 5C. Bust that out.
Don't forget to check us out on the Escape Podcast this week. That is Friday night, 8:30 on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Escape Podcast. They post Saturday night on YouTube. Also, same show. Galactic War Report is brought to you by our Patreon supporters. Learn how to become one and get access to our Discord server at patreon.com/Galactic War Report. As always, big thanks go out to our Sandcrawler level supporters, CT1980, Devin Doctorman, John T. Kusinek Jr., and SWGOH.GG. Thanks for tuning in, and may the Force and RNG be with you.